Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 4, and this is going to be my trailer breakdown for episode 15, otherwise entitled Enter Flashtime. But of course, before we get into the rest of the video, let's actually watch the trailer.
There's a bomb on the nuke. It's already gone off. What is going on? You're moving with me at super speed. As soon as I stop moving, it's game over. I don't know how much longer I can hold out. Iris,
what?
I don't know what to do. I can't save this.
The Flash, only this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
So before we get into the rest of the video, I will actually be starting a giveaway at the end of this video, or towards the end of this video, might I say. We haven't done one for a while, so this is going to be for Justice League, the movie, on either DVD or Blu-ray. So if you don't have a Blu-ray player, we can give it to you on DVD. And yeah, so stick around until the end of the video to find out how you could be in the running to win that. So last episode was a pretty eventful episode in regards to the, the plot moving forward with the season. I wouldn't say it was the greatest episode. It was an average episode of The Flash. Like, it was decent, but it wasn't like a filler episode. It was still very relevant to what was going on in this season's story. This episode, however, is basically filler, but it looks like it's going to be awesome filler. And I love it when we get these episodes which aren't relevant to the actual season, but are just going to be a lot of fun to watch. But of course, before we break down the actual trailer, we will quickly go over the synopsis for this episode, which does give us a better idea on what's going on. But of course, before that, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what you're looking forward to most in this episode and all that good stuff, as well as being sure to leave a like on the video if you're going to enjoy it, and subscribing to the channel if you're new. When a nuclear bomb detonates in downtown Central City, Barry, Jesse Quick, and Jay Garrick slow down time by entering Flashtime. As everyone in the city is frozen, the three speedsters push themselves to the breaking point to save the city and everyone in it. So the first thing to talk about, and we actually see it in the trailer as well as it's, being talked about in the synopsis, is this nuclear bomb that's going to be the big catalyst for what's happening in this episode. But I guess there is a couple of questions, like, where is it from? And it does look like it's in an Argus facility. We'd have like promo pictures coming out about 24 hours before from when this video will be going up about all of our characters, might I say, in the place where this bomb's going off. And in the background, you can see like crates with Argus put on them. So this is either an Argus facility, or this is where maybe these villains have taken stuff that they've stolen from Argus and put it in here, and the Flash and Team Flash and stuff have caught up with them. If this is an Argus facility, we might get Lila showing up, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Now, this is most likely Veronica Dale here, otherwise known as Hyrax from the comics. Now, in the comics, she is also an eco-terrorist, but is actually connected to Green Arrow in the comics rather than the Flash. Now, we've only had one other Green Arrow villain appear on the Flash and not on Arrow before, and that was Hannibal Bates, might I say, otherwise known as Everyman. So we have the Flash taking another Green Arrow villain from Arrow. Grrr, why are you doing that, the Flash? You have much more villains, but anyway. Now, I don't think she will have that large of a role apart from getting the bomb and letting it off. I think that's basically what her role is going to be in this episode. But I guess what will be interesting to find out is what are her motives. I know she's an eco-terrorist, but, she's been doing certain things. So is this what they were, aiming to do? Was the Flash their target, like Team Flash? So were they always going to blow up Central City? Like, what's their go? It's going to be interesting to find that out in this episode. She does seem to be posing as a CCPD or just a SWAT member by the looks of it, or even just an Argus agent. So I'm guessing we'll get like a 5-10 minute lead up to this happening, and we'll see what she's like posing as, and maybe the people around her as well, the people that were helping her, what she was posing as to get in this position, I guess you could say. You can actually see, I think it's Jesse Quick in the background here when we see Hyrax. It's hard to be 100% sure due to her being sort of blurred out in the background, but it does look like a female wearing a mask and in Jesse Quick's suit. But you would have to think it is her, but we will get to like the assisting speedsters for this episode later on in the video. And this is of course the part in the trailer when we enter Flashtime, when Hyrax presses that button and lets the bomb off. So we do see Barry bringing others into that same Speed Force bubble thing. Well, I've been calling it like a Speed Force bubble, but yeah, the Speed Force bubble thing that we saw in episode 10 this season with Iris in the courtroom. We do see Cisco brought into it first, as Barry, would think he would be the most suitable person to possibly stop it, whether it be using his smarts or even just breaching it elsewhere, like we saw Cisco do to that radiation stuff that was produced by Fallout, once again back in episode 10. Now, I do have a feeling, and I don't think it should come across as such a surprising feeling, that this won't work. Cisco breaching this bomb will not work due to what we see later in the trailer. I want to find out why it doesn't work. Maybe it's like the certain materials it's made out of, or maybe it's got too much energy, or maybe because it's already exploded. Maybe Cisco can't breach it. Maybe that's why it's happening. Or maybe because he's in that Speed Force bubble, his powers don't work the same as they would in just real time. That might be what's happening here, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out. Now we do see Barry working out some calculations, and hallelujah, smart Barry back at it again this season. Yay, we've seen it once before, which was... I can't remember when it was. It was in prison, wasn't it? That's the only time we've really seen smart Barry this season. So twice in a season. Is this like Christmas? What's going on? So maybe we see some new skills from his time in the Speed Force poke their head out in this episode. So we have that like Speed Force bubble thing, or bringing people into the Speed Force like we saw in episode 10, and like we're going to see in this episode with Cisco and others. So we might see another, talents that he learned in the Speed Force, appear and, make its presence known. We do know he learned a fair bit whilst in the Speed Force, and I guess it's just up to Barry to tap into those abilities and use them in present day. Like, it's all in his head, he just doesn't know that it's in there, if that makes sense. Like, that's what they said going into the season. Like, Barry has all this knowledge, all these abilities, but he just has to, like, bring them forward and learn them. I know, it's a weird way that they put it, but that's how they put it going into this season. So Barry is sweating quite a lot. Like, it looks like he's in the Australian summer in that flash suit. He's sweating quite a lot and getting fatigued due to the amount of energy he would be going, or using, might I say, going at this speed for so long. Like, really, it's going to be like under a second our time, but for Barry, it's going to be like 40 minutes basically. And really, this is the first time we have really seen this, or at least this to this extent, Barry getting that tired. But yeah, like, Barry's going to be stuffed at the end of this. Now, we do see Barry speaking to Iris. Now, he would possibly be saying his, like, final words to Iris, as he can't see a way in which he can stop this. He might take her to a safe location along with others from Team Flash, so out of, like, the proximity of what he thinks the bomb would be. I do have an issue if Iris is the one that just tells him, oh, Barry, like, if you do this different scientific calculation, it will work. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because obviously there's a big issue with Iris basically being, as I said in my video yesterday, like the show's version of Google, just knowing everything when she shouldn't. So I don't know how the hell Barry's going to solve this out. It's going to be very interesting to see how he does it, whether it's with Jesse and Jay Garrick's help, or he just does it by himself and be smart Barry. But I don't know how the hell he's going to solve this out. If you have any idea, let me know in the comments. But speaking of Jesse Quick and Jay Garrick, what are they doing in this episode? We do only see Jesse in the background of one shot, as I said before, and that's it, and we actually see no Jay Garrick at all in the trailer. They have released promo images which do show a couple of images of each of those speedsters, but they're all in that initial warehouse where the bomb goes off. So my thought is that they could possibly share their Speed Force energy to Barry to allow him to go this fast and have so much time to actually solve this problem and stop this bomb from, killing everyone in Central City. Now, I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but it is a possibility. It's been done in the comics before, sharing powers or energy to allow another to do something. So they soak in your powers so they have more power, and it allows them to do, use their powers to a greater extent. So maybe that's what Jesse and Jay are doing in this episode. And maybe Jay's like, oh, back in the day when there was this other speedster, we did the same thing. So maybe Jay's the one that comes up with this idea. But I think that's what those two speedsters are being brought into this episode to do, to share their speed so Barry can go that fast. Because if they were with Barry in this like flash time, if you want to call it, they would be next to Barry doing all this stuff. Unless Jay and Jesse are running around Central City getting people out of the area. Maybe that's what they're doing, but yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool if they shared their abilities, and it'd be like a new thing that they introduced to the Flash. Now, one thing I've seen a lot of people bring up on social media and just in general is, couldn't Barry just run back in time, like 30 seconds or a minute, and just take that, trigger switch off of Hyrax? Easy fix, wouldn't be sweating a lot, he, wouldn't have to clean his suit. I know they said no time travel, but this is like such little time travel that it makes sense why Barry would do it. Yeah, I'm confused as to why that's not an option, but let's just leave it before we give ourselves migraines thinking too hard about it. Now, as I said towards the beginning of this video, this is a filler episode, really. There's nothing really to do with the greater story, unless we get like an end credit scene with DeVoe or something, unless Hyrax was contracted by DeVoe. I don't know. She's definitely not a bus meta, because what's her metahuman ability? The power to push a button, like, it's not that, scary. But really the most important thing to take note of going into this episode is that if Barry stops, bye-bye Central City. So there's a big, there's a big consequence if Barry doesn't get the job done this time around. So now let's get on to the giveaway. So it is for Justice League on either Blu-ray or DVD. So if you don't have a Blu-ray player, I can still send it out to you on DVD, and all you have to do to enter that giveaway, it's worldwide as well, no matter where you are in the world, you can enter this giveaway. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is leave a like on the video, be subscribed to the channel, and answer this question in the comments section down below. Which bus metahuman power would you want and why? So would you want Hazard's ability with luck? Would you want Ralph Dibny's ability to stretch? Would you want Black Bison's ability to like bring inanimate objects to life? Any of those, you can Google the metahumans if you want to find out which one you would exactly want. Just let me know in the comments section down below which bus metahuman power would you want, as well as why, as well as leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel, and you are entered in the giveaway. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and until the next one, I'll catch you later. Goodbye.